Welcome to page 51 of your homework, which is literally page 3, due this Sunday. Let's look at this. Okay, what we're going to be dealing with in these harmonic exercises is the one chord. Everything that we're going to be listening to is a one chord. You just have to start to follow these parts. I'll tell you that that bass part is usually going to be all the same note in a row at this level. Every once in a while, it'll jump an octave. Okay, so let's just listen to the scale. Now, so that's the key of C. There's no sharps or flats, see? All right, let's listen to all the instruments, see what we got. So if you're listening, it's all. So it's all going to be the one chord. Let me just play the left hand first, and you can just kind of hear how the bottom note doesn't move, and you already have these answers on your worksheet, but just listen. If you listen with headphones, you'll know that, well, I don't know if I have the left and right, but they're separated, those two, okay? So, here's do, so here's sol. So let's just listen to that viola, which is the tenor line. So we start on sol. I usually sing along with it, and you get in trouble if you do that in class, but it's how I've learned to hear. So here we go. Here's sol. So I was telling you it's all the one chord. So you only have 3 choices of notes, my friends. In the key of C, all of these answers are either going to be a C, an E, or a G. So let's listen to that tenor again. Here's sol. Sol. It goes to here. So that's a do. And then it goes back here. Sol. And then what happens? Let's listen again. Do, sol. It goes down, it goes sol, do, sol, and it goes down here. What is that? Mi. It's either going to be a do, a mi, or a sol, a C, an E, or a G. Every answer. Let's listen one more time. So those answers are sol, do, sol, mi, sol, okay? In these examples, the left hand is usually, depending on how your ears go, it's usually the easier way to go. Now let's go to the right hand. Can you hear? You should see me in the classroom. It's the same problem. I always forget it continues. Okay, let's listen to that again. I want you to listen. These 2 parts, okay? They're moving along in parallel motion. So the opening figure is a C on top and an E in the alto voice. So C in the soprano voice and an E on the alto voice. Those are the 2 violins. They kind of start here and then they go, I don't know if they go up, but they go up together. So the part work's not going to be like separating and coming together. That's a 6th interval between an E and a C. That's a minor 6th interval. So listen how they go up and down together. Sometimes I have the students, you put arrows. If you don't know which exactly, if it's going to be, if it goes up or down, or does it go up a 5th or up a 3rd, sometimes a way to start is with these little arrows up and down, kind of above the staff paper. Listen one more time and then make your little arrows if that helps you. Up, down, down, up. Okay. So let's go again. Do is the top part. See if you want to hear that one first. So I hear do, hey, do, so, do. See if you hear that. So write that down. Do, mi, do, sol, do. That's the soprano line. Okay, alto. I was telling you how it goes just kind of up and down with that top voice. So I'm not positive of this, but I'm just going to take a mathematical guess of some notes here. Remember, it's only going to be C, E, or G. So if it goes up, I'm going to guess that that second note is a G because there's no G in the chord yet. Okay? Then go to this next chord, the third chord. I'm going to assume that it's going to be an E natural because look, there's no third in that chord. There's a C and there's a G in the bass part and a C at the top soprano part. So I'm just going to do some logic here and assume that it's going to be an E. And I think it went down again, the fourth chord. I'm going to scratch in a C because I knew that the two parts go da, dee, da, da, da. I don't think that alto part stays the same. So when you get to that fourth part in unit 3 here, you can sometimes just use some deduce and just use some logic, and oftentimes you're going to be right. Let's listen to that again. So here's do, here's mi. It's going to start on mi. Let's see if we're right. So, that's right. The answer is mi, sol, mi, do, mi. So let me play the whole thing, all instruments, then the right hand and then the left hand, okay? Let's give it a listen. Double check your work. There you have it. Let's go to the next exercise. Number 2. Look at your key signature right away. What key are we in? You would be smart of you to write it in E flat, 3 flats. The first one, C. I'm going to write C, then with a colon. Second example, underneath that bass clef, I'm going to write E flat. Let's listen to our scale. Look at all the answers I've already given for you. That bass part, it's all going to be the same note. You want to start with that? Let's listen to all instruments first. Okay, now go to the left hand. Here's the do. That bass part's right. Now listen to the tenor part. See what you get. One more time. Let me ask you this question. Can you hear on the second chord that both voices come together and they form a unison? Listen to that. So the tenor part goes mi, do. So just put a line. They're the same note. That second note, second chord, they're both on the same note. Let's listen again. It starts on mi. Sing along. It helps me. I hope it'll help you. If you don't have headphones on, I highly recommend it. It's really clear. Usually I'm playing this on the speakers in the classroom. So this is the better way to do it. Did you hear that it went like this? Try that, see if you can hear that. So, elephant flat, E flat is our key. What are our three note choices? E flat, G, and B flat. That's it. This is all settings of the tonic triad. And a lot of times some students will write kind of on this right-hand side of the page, they'll just write E flat, G, B flat. Just to remind themselves, don't overthink this. You only have three choices. You just have to figure out which of the three these notes are, okay? So the tenor part is mi, do, mi, sol, do. So the last note is an octave, which I already wrote in for you. Okay, that's the easy part. Now let's listen to the right hand. And if I heard it right, I think it's that similar situation where they're like here, and then they go and they're kind of just traveling together, those two parts. It's never like one goes down and one goes up. Pretty sure I'm right about that. Let's listen again. If you want to try to figure it out. Here's do in the alto part or sol in the soprano part. Some people hear the soprano part first. See if you can find that. You can see that it ends on mi in the soprano part, or violin 1. You know what I mean. Let's listen one more time, see if we can figure out that soprano part. Do, sol. And the alto part ends on sol. So what I got is no, sol, mi, sol, do, mi. That's what I got. I hope you got it too. I hope you're not just writing in the answers. I'm trying to tell you how I hear things so that you can do well on these tests. I'm trying to give you as many hints as I can. So let's listen to the alto part now. I'll let you have it one more time, see if you can figure it out. Do, I'll sing it, let's sing it. Do, sol, do, mi, sol. You should have all four parts written in. Let's give it a full listen again. Here's all instruments, right, and then left. There's your answer. All right, number 3. All right, you're gonna have to write all this in now, okay? 1 sharp. What's 1 sharp? Key of G. So maybe underneath the bass clef, just write it down. I'm writing it down. All these are in cut time. Everything's a half note except for the end. Okay, we write our first chord down. We have what are our 3 choices here? We're in the key of G. So every note is going to be either a G, a B, or a D. Right? Right. Okay, let's listen to our scale. Okay, let's listen to all instruments just to kind of get some kind of semblance of what we're dealing with. Okay, your bass part does a little dive in the very last chord. Okay, so check it out. Listen, listen, listen. Do you hear it? So the bass part is do, 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 do. I don't have that note. Okay, listen to that again. So that happened. It's still a G, just an octave low. I have no idea what's going on in the tenor part because I wasn't paying attention, but I know it starts on sol. Let's see if we can follow it. Sol. Try it one more time. See if you can do it yourself. Sol. That's an octave at the end. That's a G in the tenor part, and that's a G in the bass part. So, did you hear what the tenor part started on sol? Then where did it go? It went there, and then it goes back up and down and down. So, the answer is sol, mi, sol, mi, do. And if you're a really good student, pause these videos and think. Take time to figure it out. Sol, mi, do. Okay, easy part done. Let's go to the right hand. Let's see what's going on. We have a do and a mi. I'll probably gravitate to the soprano part first. See what I did there? Hold on. I kind of did my little arrows. Is that soprano part going up or down? And then once I know the direction, then I can figure out, is it going up by thirds or by fifths or what? I heard. So that's when it goes to here. Sol, mi, do, mi. I think I'm right. Let's listen one more time. Does that ever happen to you? You sing the right notes but the wrong solfege. So that was me. It starts on me. Sorry. That alto part, it's not all parallel movement. I think the alto part stays the same, maybe the last two notes. So here's do, let's see which way it goes. Fa, mi, re, do, sol, do, sol. It's not me, but it's sol. So the first three notes, one more time, just not to confuse you. Starts on do, do. Why don't you just sing along with me? You'll be in your falsetto men, but that's cool. Try to sing. Here's do, alto part. Okay, let's go. Harmonic exercise number 4. 2 sharps. 2 sharps. Key of dog. Okay? Got to write all your stuff in. So write your key signature. F sharp, C sharp. Cut time. And write your first chord. We have a sol and a mi in the right hand. No texting me in the middle of lessons. Thank you. Sorry, my ringer was on. Okay. We have an octave in the left hand here, okay? Here's our scale. right, let's check out the bass part. Does it all stay in that D, or does it jump down an octave? Let's listen. Do you have your answer? One more time. It's all the same, that bass part. So the tenor part starts on the do and above it an octave. Let's listen. So it's two notes. It's either going to be a do or a sol. See if you can figure it out. What do you got? I have do, do, sol, do, sol. Let's listen and see if we're right. Here's do, do, sol. Isn't this fun? It's fun. I like doing this stuff. There's your tenor part, okay? If you have questions or concerns, just send me a message on Canvas. Send me a video message if you want, just to sort of explain your conundrums and things that you can't hear, etc., etc. Okay, that was the easy part. Let's listen to the right hand. But anyway, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to talk to me about it. We can FaceTime, we can figure it out. Okay, so here's do, here's sol is the soprano part, and mi is the alto part. You want to start with the soprano part? I do. Here we go. All right, soprano, there's a giant leap on that second one. It goes from sol and it goes woo! It goes way up. So see if you can figure that out. Back up. So the first is a giant leap. You only have three choices of notes: D, F sharp, or A. So I don't think that it jumps to do. I think it goes above do, and I think it jumps all the way to high mi, high F sharp. Okay, let's listen again. What happens here? Sol, mi, do. You hear that? And it goes sol. Back up to. What's the last note? Let's see if you can figure it out. Do, sol, mi, do, sol, do. Okay, there you go. Very exciting. Do up to all the way up to mi, F sharp, and then do, sol, do. D, A, D. Okay, let's start on the alto part, which is mi. Okay. Did you hear the last three notes? Don't move. So if you could figure out what it lands on in that third chord, it doesn't move after that. So we have start on mi. You can sing along if you want. It helps me. What's that note? Write in what you think it is. Let's listen to all the instruments. So the alto part is. All right, last one coming up. Okay, this will be fun. This is no longer string quartet. This is going to be a different, you have to hear this in a different way. It's going to be three-part chord in the right-hand side because it's a piano score. Okay? Again, same rules apply. It's all going to be settings of the one chord. One flat, what key are we in? We're in the key of F. Okay? What are our three note choices? F, A, C. Okay, write it down on the right-hand side of the page if you want. When I first started doing these examples, the piano ones, I would figure out everything that I could figure out, and then I would just guess, and I wouldn't guess, I just would use math. Like I would look at what have I figured out, what have I been able to hear. Sometimes that middle note in the piano part, you can't hear it. And so I would look at the other 3 notes that I have figured out, and I would see that there was a root that was missing, or a third that was missing, or a fifth. But like just like this first one, there's going to be 2 roots, there's a third and a fifth. Okay? So let's listen to our scale. Goodbye, son. Ross is dancing for you all. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, so that's your scale. Let's listen to the whole sucker. Let's see what happens to the left hand. Well, no, let me just show you how easy this left hand is. Ready? I didn't even put bar lines on here, so you should put your bar lines. Put a double bar at the end. Put your key signature in, your cut time signature, and then rock that left hand, yo. All the same note. Please tell me you heard that. So now we're gonna listen to this right hand, okay? The book is not out to freak you out, so there's not gonna be, everything's gonna be as close as possible, if that makes any sense. So if you hear an F on the top voice, then it's just gonna be a C and then an A. If you hear a C in the top voice, it's going to be an A and an F. And then if you hear an F, like down here, if you hear this F on the bottom, it'll probably be a middle C and a low A. And if there's an A in the top voice, then just go right down. It'll be an F and a middle C. Okay, so let's give it a listen. So another thing you got to listen to is, this is my piano chord. Do you like it? This is my hand playing a piano chord. Is the chord going up or is the chord going down? So let's, and I'm sorry if, this is me going up the piano, but if it's backwards in your hand, sorry. Okay, here we go. So that's what happens. That's what I heard in the top voice. Let's listen again. Oops, sorry. So I didn't even write in my first chord. So what's up to here? So what does that do? What's that top voice? And then I hear here, and I hear there, and then it goes to there. That's what I think it is. You want to listen again with me, please? FAC, FAC, do not overwhelm your brain. There are 3 choices. If you hear the thing go up, if you hear the chord go up, it's probably just going to go up to the do. There was that tricky one in number 4, but that's the only one. The rest of the time it's just gone up by thirds, okay? Or fourths, I guess, in this case, yeah? So again, sol, do, sol, mi, do is that the melody, okay? So honest to God, I'm pretty sure that we can just fill in the blanks here. You don't have to, I mean, I guess it's important that we all hear it, but with these piano ones, it's a little bit tricky. So fill it in. So if the top note's a high F, then put the next note down as part of your F triad is going to be a C, and the note below that is going to be an A. And then the next chord, the third chord, it's on C. So literally copy that, the very first chord, C, A, F, going down. And then the fourth chord, the top note is an A natural. So go down. F, and then put a middle C in there. Okay? And then it ends on a low do. So that first space, the next note below that to make your F chord, we have F, A, or C. So F, and then go down. What's the next note closest is going to be the C natural, middle C. And then below that, 2 ledger lines down is going to be an A. Does it make sense what I'm telling you? A lot of times, your challenge on these piano scores, hear the top part. And if you hear it, the rest of it is math. Okay, let's listen. Hope you have enjoyed this lesson, my friends. Write to me if you have any questions. The test is coming up soon, okay? Thank you.